And we are live. Hello. I feel really weird having to do these
Hi.
tiny little and the
We're
little.
very squished, aren't we?
Should I make it bigger? Do you guys want me to make it bigger?
I don't mind.
See you.
Hey.
No, then you can
Hello.
see this mess. Hello,
Now you can see
everybody.
me with my cow.
Holy moly, that is
Oh.
massive.
Yeah. I can hide behind her.
What's her name again?
Daffodil.
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 Daffodil. Hey,
Hi,
Jen. Awesome to have you with us. Tonight we are doing the live show and recap. Don't worry about the shit that's on my wall back there. It's my daughter. Yeah, we're doing the live show of Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. Yeah. If you haven't been on my channel before, welcome. Thank you. Awesome to have you. I'm Lana. My show is obviously Lauren Lullabies, and backwards. Paige, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Paige. I'm from the channel Pages with Paige, and Mel kindly asked if I would like to join the discussion for this. It's been a little while since I've read this, but more than happy to be a part. And yeah, my channel's Pages with Paige, and I can't wait to chat all things Thunderhead.
You.
And Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel, and I forgot to put my channel name in. It is a book fiend named Mel, which honestly I didn't realize how often other people would have to say my channel name, would end up saying it, so I didn't think about like how long it was. But anyway, so hi everyone, and yes, I'm very excited to talk about Thunderhead. And yeah.
Also, side note, you look super cute, Mel, today.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
very
usually,
much.
But especially today.
Thank you.
We have Marlene in the house.
Hi,
Ellie. And Lola. Good evening.
Hi, Lola.
Awesome.
Nice to see everyone.
So do we want to start off with like our overall thoughts of the second one?
Sure.
And how they compare to the first one? Oh, math. Awesome.
Sure.
Do you want to start, Mel?
Sure.
Just throw it at you.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So it was a bit different from the first one, which I mean, is fine. I still really enjoyed it. I didn't feel like I was as blown away by it as the first one, but I think that's simply because the first one was like, once you get an idea of how someone writes and the kind of stuff they're gonna touch upon, it's not quite as like, oh my god, that's incredible, as the first one, if you know what I mean. So I was blown away by his ability his writing ability essentially, and how he could pack such interesting topics and really like important and profound topics into this actually really fast-moving, fun young adult book. I was like, how did he do that? That's incredible. And so okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so Thunderhead was like equally as interesting and amazing, but I think just the sheer like, wow, how is this guy doing that, didn't blow me away in quite the same way. But that's not a failing of the book or of the author. I think that's just a matter of like, yeah, kind of like, he didn't let me down or anything, so it wasn't like it was just kind of he met my expectations as opposed to being like blowing out of the water.
Yeah. See, for me, I had so many moments in this book where I was like, how the fuck do you, like, when you're writing, like, how the fuck do you just be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and then have the forethought, because they're like little Easter eggs in the first book that you pick up on the second book, and then it's all like woven in and like all of these different plans, and I was just like, what is going on in this dude's brain for him to be able to create this world?
Yeah.
And like right down to like the engineering of it and the politics and like all of that. The politics in a world with no politicians even.
Yeah.
Like I was just like this. I put this Lola's comment up because I'm with her. This was my favorite so far. And I feel like because the stakes were higher as well. And it was on like a bigger scale. So I thoroughly loved it. And I had many WTF moments in this. It's just like so many times. And then like in the last like quarter, I'm gonna say quarter. In the last quarter, I just couldn't put it down. I was like, children? What children? I don't know you. New phone, who dis?
Yeah, I was the same in the last probably quarter. I was just like, but oh my god, how, but what? Yeah.
He did what?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did Marlene say? 4 stars here. One of the main thoughts I had after Scythe was that I wanted to know more about the Thunderhead, and we definitely got that, obviously. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I actually I started tabbing, and then Zola found my box of tabs, and then decided to decorate my house, so I didn't get to continue. But I did start with like all the bits from the Thunderhead that I was just like, ooh, but like, yeah, they were just. I loved all of like in the first one, I loved the different journal notes, but I really liked all of the thoughts from the Thunderhead as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I found the Thunderhead really interesting character, and I find the concept of like this all-powerful AI that's running the world kind of scary, but like I liked the character, and even that is weird to me. Like I like the character of this computer. Yeah. But
the Thunderhead definitely became a character that you could see knew more than what they were letting on, and it was just sprinkled throughout, so you could pick up things early enough if you were like paying super close, like laser focused detail. But aside from that, it's just a wild ride. I gave it 5 stars in 2019, and that ending just blew my brains to the nth degree. And looking back on it, I probably enjoyed Scythe more because of introducing the world and having all these amazing concepts that just blow your brains out. But that ending left it sitting with me for so long before I picked up the Tull that I was like, oh my God, okay, so I feel like this is my favorite out of the series because it has had such a big impact in that last quarter. But then having read the Tull and looking back, I'm like, okay, no, I think Scythe is actually where my favorite is. But they're Scythe and Thunderhead are both 5 stars. So
yeah.
And just his sass and his quotes, just it's just glorious.
So amazing.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Just I'm still like when I finished this one, I wanted to pick out the Tull so bad, but I was like, don't do that because your brain is mush and you'll talk about stuff in the Tull, and I was just like, just stop.
I was the same.
You can pick it up tonight. Once we're done here, go pick it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I was the same, but then also now I spoke to my friend Alison earlier today, and so now I'm like free to start Muse of Nightmares, so I'm like, which one do I want to find out more?
Which series do I want to end sooner?
Yeah. That's a good point. I don't want either of them to end. I'm very nervous about the Tull. Very nervous.
Hey, Carrie.
It's fine.
Yeah. Hi, Carrie.
I'm the same. Lola's the same.
I love the moral dilemmas.
They were so interesting.
And I think because Shusterman set up from Scythe to be a really philosophical book to begin with. Like, you're looking at really deep and interesting topics, but it's done with such finesse and lightness to it that having the Thunderhead trying to grapple with these dilemmas, it's like, well, what would I do if I was artificial intelligence? You know, where would I try and blur these lines?
I love the way that when Grayson was undesirable and he was like going into all the clubs and whatnot, and he started to realize that like these undesirables think that they are going against the Thunderhead and they're going against, but actually the Thunderhead's totally set it up in such a way that like
but it just makes sense.
Yeah, like the people that want to be beaten up, and it's like, well, you guys have this proclivity that doesn't really work in the normal society, but actually what will work is if you go and let these undesirables who want to be rebellious and dangerous. It's just incredible the way that he set it all up in such a way even that they were able to convince, like I'm sure on some level they aren't convinced that they knew that the Thunderhead was letting it happen, but like in such a way that they felt like they were being rebellious, and it's so interesting.
Just something to stick it to the man.
Yeah.
I so hate Goddard too. I quite think Goddard is very close to being one of my like most hated villains.
He needs a pitchfork up the ass.
Yeah. With like hot coals on it.
Yeah.
That's how
he's so irritating. And like every word he speaks, I was just irritated by it. But in a good way. It wasn't like it was a badly written thing, so that's why I was irritated. It was like, no, he is so convincing as a villain that it's like, do you?
I hate you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like I was just like, if this was like a like, because you know how in Game of Thrones like they got all like hate mail and hate on social media because they did their job and played their characters so well. I feel like that's what Goddard would be. Like heaps of people just being like, you suck, I hate you.
Anyone else not? Was I the only one that totally didn't see Goddard's return coming, or was everyone else as surprised as me when he walked in?
I was surprised at how it happened.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, because
I wasn't prepared for him to come back. But at the same time, when it did happen, I was like, oh, shit.
I was sitting outside while I was reading it. I'm pretty sure I was just like, oh, shit.
I'm glad we had similar vibes.
Yeah.
I didn't say that out loud, but I'm pretty sure in my head I was saying that. I was just like,
yeah.
The fuck?
I actually like swore a lot more than I usually swear when I'm like just reacting to books in my head. I swore a lot more and like openly than I usually do. I'm gonna like move through these. Snarky AIs are one of my all-time. Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes. Absolutely.
Marlene agrees. The Thunderhead reminds me of. I haven't read that.
I haven't read that either.
I can see the similarities, but for me, Thunderhead is like the biggest little cinnamon roll that I love with my entire heart and soul. And Aiden's kind of a dick, so.
Or human needs, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so creepy. It was so creepy.
It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially because he picked who he picked and how that
and
all...
it was just man, you nasty.
And Tiger thought that he was like
I'm doing the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And
I have words on this.
Rowan, and oh my God.
Yeah, so I have words on this, but I'll wait till we get to like the spoilery parts because I have thoughts, and I have thoughts on like what I thought was going to happen. And then that happened, and I was just like, what? That was literally, I was like, I was surprised it got out, but with the it's true.
That is true. I agree, actually.
I don't
totally
think
agree.
he is redeemable, and that would be the worst thing if that happens. I'm trying not to look at like Paige's face, even though I know she's got a good poker face. I'm trying not to look at any reaction. But yeah, that would shit me to tears, to be quite honest.
I agree.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Although
and, like,
actually,
I feel like.
Sorry.
Oh, oh my god, what's the chick's name?
Citra.
Oh,
Rand. Ayn Rand.
Rand.
Oh.
Even who she named herself after.
Yeah, I feel like it's like towards the end there, I was just like, are you trying to get a redemption arc? Is that what's happening here? And I was just like, don't know how I feel about that. But then, yeah, she just continued on her way. So I was like, whatever. Lola says, who is your favorite Thunderhead? And Grayson, I want to wrap him up and cuddle him and just rock him and tell him everything will be okay.
I know. I really like Grayson. I think I like the Thunderhead the best as well, actually.
I'm checking to see if mine is a spoiler or not.
Like,
let's see.
I do love how there's so many. No, I'll save that for spoilers. Spoiler section.
I feel like with Marlene's comment about the head.
Oh no, he does. Does he show up? Yeah, he shows up. Anyway,
are you gonna tell us, or are you gonna save it for the toll?
One of the mentors from the original, he's still saved as my favorite for the second. But he's not as prominent in it, and he's doing more research.
Oh, Faraday. Yeah, I love Faraday. I like that whole. I really want to know where that's the whole thing with.
But I do love Scythe Curie.
Yeah.
I just love it. Any cinnamon roll.
She's like a ruthless, like.
She's
a ruthless
badass,
cinnamon roll.
Beautiful. She's McGonagall.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That is just
that is
such a good comparison.
Like, she'll offer
Maggie
you
Smith would be perfect.
Oh, she'd be perfection. I can't. Yeah. Every time I envisaged her, I had Maggie Smith as McGonagall. Just with like, Harry, would you like a biscuit? But then putting Dolores in her place.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Okay.
Perfect.
I would like to see Rand have.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with it.
I am too.
Yeah.
Hey,
bitch!
I don't hate Rand, but I don't feel like... I usually quite like a redemption arc if it's done well, but I don't feel like they... Definitely don't think that Goddard deserves one, but I don't think Rand... Like, I think she had every opportunity to have a redemption already, and she chose not to. Like, she actively chose not to be redeemed, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like through a little bit of like her internalizing things, I was just like, who hurt you, man? Like,
you've been through some
you just
shit.
want to see, I was just like, you just want to see the world burn for no other reason than to just watch it burn.
Some people are just like that, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what like her backstory kind of like played out.
Yeah. Sorry, Lana, I keep going to talk when you're talking.
I'm just really excited. I think I'm the one interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Yes. I know. It was so sad. Surely there was room for all three of them.
It's like the Titanic all over again.
I
think he took some inspiration from that. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I was totally reading.
Go, Jack.
I was reading it, and I was like, it was like Jurassic Park on the Titanic in my head.
Yeah,
like, with all the
100%. I could see that 100%.
I love these. Just keep them coming. Yeah, Faraday.
Yeah, Faraday. I'm so intrigued to see what's going to happen with that and what that's going to end up being.
And also his what is it? Is Israelian? What's the
Israelia, I think.
Israbia
maybe?
Yeah, Israbia or something.
I'm sure I can find it.
His little assistant.
Oh, his assistant.
Oh, the girl. Oh, yeah.
The chick, the library chick.
Munir? No.
Munica or
Munira?
Yeah, something like that. Yes, I thought the same thing when they were all going down.
Yes, right.
I was just like
exactly.
in my head, you know how the dude like picks up the thing. He's like, "Gentlemen, it's been an honor playing with you."
Yes.
I had that in my head too. I was like,
yes.
It's Munira.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like she turned against Goddard purely for selfish reasons. Like, I don't think it was a redemption arc. I feel like it was just her going, oh, well, you aren't taking my side completely, so fuck you, kind of thing.
Yeah. You won't let me have your rhythm stick. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was like
I'm just going to be really creepy.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting how, like, in the first one, you could sort of see where Goddard was coming from. You can kind of see some of his rhetoric. You could kind of see what he was talking about. I didn't agree with him, but I could sort of see why people would get swayed to his way of doing things. But now in the second one, he was straight up a villain. Like, there was no way around it.
100%. But yes, he has all the charisma and charm in the world, as many psychopaths do.
Absolutely.
As much as my pinky toe.
Oh, okay.
Well, how do you actually know, Duke? Because I can read after this. Israbia, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers. How dare you?
No spoilers. No, I don't think... Oh. Could they, though? Because I don't think they could, because after a certain... Because they were so far away from all of the technology and everything. Like, the Thunderhead had no jurisdiction whatsoever. And by the time they potentially would have got any...
drivers or anything like that.
Yeah, they would have potentially be too far gone. Like, isn't there a certain amount of time? Okay, obviously they also have to be basically blown up and whatever. But wasn't there a certain amount of time that they could be dead for?
Maybe? I can't remember. Because they did talk. Yeah, I don't remember.
I believe he justified it.
Yeah, yeah. There was some
like
reason
when they were
why...
in the little tomb thing.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Or now but also
that
now
everyone...
they don't have the sides. Like, what are the sides going to do? They brought the other two back. What other two? So they brought Rowan and Citra back.
Like they will, yeah.
Well, they will, yeah.
Because but he said something about because it was in like a airtight thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that one building's collapsing and it like went underneath, so they had to dig it out again. So if they hadn't have been in like a sealed off room, the water would have just killed them.
Yeah, I think it was something like their bodies would have ended up just decomposing, or like they wouldn't have. Yeah, they wouldn't have been airtight, so they wouldn't have been safe in the long run. Plus, I suppose everyone just panics, don't they? Really?
Yes.
Like, if you because they all knew that they were out of reach of the Thunderhead, and that no one was going to come the very second that they died and take them off to a resuscitation. So they all would have just not necessarily thought about like, oh, okay, so if I stay in the building for this amount of time, then they would have just panicked and been like, oh shit, I'm going to die. I'm going to actually die. Because that was another thing that I found really, really interesting. More so in Scythe again, but because it was just talked about more so in Scythe. But the way that everyone was so scared of death, almost more than like a lot of, people have a natural fear of death now. But like everyone was so much more scared of death because they didn't experience it. Was so unusual that they were just like as soon as they saw a scythe, they were all suddenly absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
In a way that I feel like, like obviously death is not a nice thing, but like if I find out someone's died, I'm not immediately terrified in the same way that they seem to be terrified by the very concept of death. Which I find really interesting.
I wonder this too.
I
feel
was
like you would have
too.
to be. But then, like, will there be like the time jump, or will there be, and then the time jump and then going back in time to see what Faraday's doing, or will it be like what Faraday's doing and whatever, then a time jump? I don't know.
But then also Grayson, like he's obviously set Grayson up to like.
I'm just like looking. I'm like, how sick is this?
Yeah, because the Thunderhead.
How much time do we have?
Thunderhead wasn't as long, I don't think, was it? It's the skinnier of the two. 515 pages.
Of the two it is.
This is also one of the. This is my hardcover version. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Yes, you guys can still decide what you'd like to do with that.
Your special one. Did you get it from
Our crate? Yeah. Yeah, they like, look at this. Holy shit, so much difference from the original. Holy fuck, so much different. Oh my god, there's a tuning fork embossed in the cover. Excellent. Oh my god. Oh, and it's signed. Excellent. Yep, cool. I couldn't have just got Neal Shusterman to sign my fucking paperback and not paid $80. Thank you.
Yeah, that is really frustrating.
Muscle.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They said you need oxygen to decompose, so they essentially were preserved in that container. I know,
and that's the difference with the buildings. They would have still had
oxygen,
probably water.
They also wouldn't have had time to be able to get enough people in there as well.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that too. I thought that was nice. It's nice as well.
Yeah. Time jump. Cool.
Okay.
I'd honestly not mind if we spent half the toll away from. I wouldn't mind either.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Actually, just a minute ago, I was wondering like why Citra and Rowan? Like I know we started with them, and that was really interesting because you got to see the whole how they were trained and the difference between Goddard and Faraday and the old guard and the new guard and all the rest of it. But like. And I know the Thunderhead said that Citra has the potential to change things, but like, why them? There's nothing particularly fantastic or amazing about either one of those humans, more than any other human.
I agree.
I think now we're just discussing the amount of oxygen that's available within water.
And how soggy they would be.
So to say who.
Yeah.
Yeah, hurt myself.
Because you had to get. Where does that come from? The UK?
US, I think.
US.
Oh.
I think Fairy Loot's UK.
Fairy Loot's UK. I thought they both were. Obviously, I am incorrect.
No, you very well could be.
I think that because so many of the British booktubers get both, I just assume they're both
Let me have a
UK.
look. A story?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. No, I'm
They
pretty
can
sure
be.
They can be.
They can be. But
I think it's the toners that don't, because they choose not to.
Yeah. But it's when I think they just have to. Someone pays for it.
That's right. Because they get a certain number of resuscitate, like it's like being on Medicare or something. Like they get a certain number of things for.
You've reached your limit. Sorry, you've got to pay now.
No more splatting. They just can't speak to him. Yeah. But I don't get the impression that he does that with, or it does that with many people, like what it did with Rowan and Grayson and stuff. Because that seemed.
Like that too.
You'd think that lots of people would expect it. So, because Citra was really surprised when it happened.
I actually, just with what Lola said, when you were reading, did you hear the Thunderhead's voice as a male or female?
Male, because I was listening to the audiobook.
Yeah, I heard it as female, like Siri.
Oh yeah, yep.
I think I've just got too much like things. I'm just used to AI being female.
Well, I heard it as male, which tells you what you need to know about patriarchy. Random aside, but apparently there is a program that my partner Rowan's work uses called Thunderhead. And it's like some computer program that is responsible for reporting problems. And so last few weeks when he's been seeing this book lying around, he was like, it's really triggering. He was telling me today, it's actually been really triggering because this program has been giving him all these problems, telling him about all these problems for the last however many months.
Yeah, it's just
and I was like, the book's really triggering too, actually. I was like, it's fitting that, it's quite fitting, really.
That's funny. When did that system start? Was it in 2019 or whenever this book was published?
I have no idea, but that would be pretty funny.
We're going to rename this software Thunderhead.
Thunderhead. Yeah. I just read this great book, and
This is what we're doing for.
Yeah. Should we go to this now?
Yeah. Let's go deep spoilers.
Full,
all right.
Full
but for Thunderhead and potentially Scythe, not for the Toll.
Yes.
This is why I'm bouncing off you guys rather than giving my own thoughts and opinions.
Yeah. I'm just letting Marlene know, because Marlene was the one that was like, no spoilers.
I mean, I could eat a citrus.
Yeah, my partner Rowan was telling me about the Thunderhead.
Is your middle name Citra? Can we
no, but I feel like now it should be.
Into Citra. They're
I'll rename myself.
Nova. It's a Nintendo 3DS emulator. So you can do the 3DS games on your computer. Is a Citra.
I think there's a car called Citra too, isn't there?
There is a car called Citra, or something similar to that. Awesome.
I think Rose is an idiot in a lot of this.
I love Rowan, but he's a bit of a dumb fuck sometimes.
Yeah, like they mention how he's so he's got all this ingenuity. Like, no, he's just a capable assassin. He's a capable murderer.
Yeah.
He's good at the kill.
Yeah. Stabby stab, slicey slice.
Yeah, well, he's an assassin as opposed to the rest of them who are like state
actually qualified.
Like he actually, had to be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is that the kettle? No. Sorry.
You haven't said yes, please.
I know, because I don't know if there's anything in it. But I think my mom's doing wash up, so it's the sink going, not the kettle. I got excited for a second. Sorry. Hello, is that a little kitty?
Yeah, Rowan, just to confuse everyone yet again, Rowan just walked into the room, and the cat this is what Peanut does. As soon as Rowan enters a room that she's in, this is what Peanut does.
That's all.
Yep. The character from the novel that was triggering you is called Rowan, or one of.
Okay.
Just in case you're wondering why I was confusing everyone with your name.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through here. Like, did anyone find, like, I found as it went on, like,
There's an upside down peanut.
And there's a gone peanut.
Gone peanut.
Bye, peanut. It's a gone peanut.
I feel like the Thunderhead little journal entries, they were still like quite matter of fact, but also like the thinking kind of spiraled as you went further on into the thing. I was just like, about halfway, I was like, that's a little darker. Like,
yeah.
Like just fact to then like sort of like thinking, and then like
how do I get out of this? How do I, the percentage of success from this is not.
Yeah. And like and the one where it's just like about like knowing everything and like going in like the time travel thing, and then like there was one where it's like, am I not worthy? Am I not worthy of being like God? Sort of thing. I was just like, this is getting darker and darker. What's going to happen?
You know you're in trouble when your AI starts to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he was just. I don't know. I feel like the point of Rowan from the story point of view was that like your actions have unforeseen consequences. Like it's a great idea. Like it, you know, it's great that you want to go and change the world, but like, is killing all the sides that are bad really going to be beneficial when you think about the fact that like what you're doing is the same as what they're doing in a way? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And also, was it when he talked to, was it the Thunderhead he talked to, and like he like came to the realization that like what he does doesn't really matter, like what he's doing doesn't really matter? Was it the Thunderhead who was talking to?
I can't remember, to be honest.
I just remember that scene and being like,
yeah,
you're useless.
What is the point of you?
You're just the if this was a movie, you would be like the hot new coming person in Hollywood, just there for looks.
Eye candy.
Eye candy, yeah.
Not that purposely walks right into Rand's trap. Right? Exactly.
Yeah. She's very intelligent, though.
True.
Yes,
I thought that was so interesting. And also the way that everyone then, like, was really... She got in trouble from the Scythedom for it. I thought that was
She's still gonna kill the same amount of people.
She's still gonna kill them.
She'll just be a month behind, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I loved that. Because if I was, like... When I was reading that, I was like, I feel like if I was a Scythe, that's how I would do it. I'd be like, and then maybe like every now and then I'll be like, oh, you got hit by a car, bang. And like sift in some of Faraday's as well, because he's just like back in the mortal age. Like, and then his perimeters and stuff, I would sort of mix the two, but I really liked hers. It was just compassionate.
I thought so as well.
There's not much of that in the Scythedom.
Which is, I guess, kind of the point of what what he was doing with the whole old guard, new guard, and the way that they were talking about, those two factions, and people being like, no, we've got to stick to the old ways of,
But even then, there was no, like, the original premise was, if you enjoy being a Scythe, you should not be one. So why would, if you don't enjoy it, why would you not have compassion? Why would you not go through, like, I feel like there was so much discord just missed in that middle section, because I feel like the originals would have been more kind and considerate. They might not have been, give them a month to get their affairs in order, but I feel like they would have had more compassion. And then somewhere along the way, the Scythedom has lost that aspect of it, which is then triggered all of this. Because the premise of a scythe is to be sympathetic to what's happening, but also get your job done.
I
Because
think
they have to kill people.
They must. Yeah. Well, I think that they talked about that. Again, I think that might have been in Scythe rather than Thunderhead, but they talked about that. Curie said something along the lines of once they lost all the sides that had been mortal, then they lost sight of what they were doing.
Yeah, they lost like the meaning behind it. I think there's a bit in here. I think I highlighted it. This is what the Scythedom is incapable of understanding. They're so focused on the act of killing, they couldn't comprehend what it went into the art. They couldn't comprehend what went into the act of dying.
Yep.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Next.
Yeah.
The Thunderhead also hit me with how frustrating it is to have so much power yet be so impotent to wield it when it counts. That was just the whole premise of Thunderhead is having all the power and all the knowledge and not being able to do much and just having to witness it unfold. And because the Scythedom has become so corrupt, it's like, well, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Yes, give me all the darkness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
God, so many good quotes.
The messed
absolutely,
upness.
Jane. Absolutely. You really are in trouble at that point, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
God?
I guess it's one of those things, isn't it? Like the sides were thinking they were gods. So it's kind of like, I guess, that in order to beat them, the Thunderhead had to take on some aspects as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting as well. Like, in a sense, like, I understand, that it didn't like what Goddard was doing because of what Goddard represented. But if that was actually a problem, then surely Goddard's way of going about it was fixing it. Like, you'd think the Thunderhead would be like, yeah, this is not ideal, but I mean, he's fixing the problem.
He's slowing the problem down. Hey, that's James. He's still at work. Thanks, babe. He never comes on my lives or anything.
Aww.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I really like
I think that's one of the reasons I love.
Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paige.
No, I was just going to say that I think that's one of the main reasons why I love Curie as much as I do, because her and Faraday brought that compassion. And when you're surrounded by so much disgust with Goddard, it was refreshing having them.
Yeah. Even in the old guard, there were good ones, but there was, even in the old guard, there was arrogance and ego and just...
And also complacency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just yeah, whatever. No worries. I prefer to do it this way, but if you guys want to do it that way, that's fine. I was no, that is no.
In our mortal age, the computer says no.
Yeah.
This computer said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah. See, yes, they have a purpose, but I think maybe also because I've been reading Anne Rice vampire books since I was 14. So when I was reading them, they are immortal, they live forever, and they're just depressed as shit. I was they have all this money, all this power or whatever, but they're just all depressed. And I was if I lived more than my normal age, maybe 2 lifetimes just to see my grandbabies and great grandbabies grow up, after that, done. I'm like jaded enough as it is. I'm like 33.
Don't need any more.
Yeah. I'm not sure that the Thunderhead did think itself as God because it was aware of its limitations.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yes.
I think there was one.
Yes, I think that is a bot, definitely.
Hello, Botty Bot.
I think there was one that he mentioned that the Thunderhead was made in the image of man, which was made in the image of God.
Mm-hmm.
And that self-fulfilling, which one came first? How does it do that? Not this quote. That is just another one that I found that I really liked. But yeah, with that, it was like a circular effect of he knows that he's got, or it knows that it's got the limitations. But at the same time, if it's made in the image of man, who was supposedly made in the image of God, why is he not considered to be
a god?
He knows all more than. So I remember that discussion happening as well.
Have you guys seen The Good Place?
No.
I've seen a few episodes.
Totally different, like, personalities, but the Thunderhead sometimes was making me think of the Janets. The Janets in The Good Place. You should definitely watch The Good Place, by the way. Everyone. It's amazing. It also talks about philosophy and the nature of humanity in a really humorous, lighthearted way.
Similar to a book we've just read.
Similar to the book we've just read. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just cuddling Daffodil now.
Jay.
It looks so snuggly.
She is very
squishy.
She's very squishy.
Yeah,
he normally sits over on the soft toy shelf, and then when children come to visit, they're like, toys.
I did like the chat about like the permission, like permission being worse than freedom. I think that's what it was. But yeah, I think I would have highlighted it if I had sticky notes. I think if you live long enough, then you lose your humanity.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, even the way the, like, you know, like the party people, like Tiger and whatever, were splatting all the time. It was just like, there's no connection to... Yeah, there was no connection to humanity. Like, they didn't... The fact that they couldn't die, except obviously by scythes, meant that they just didn't care about anything. They had no reverence for anything. They had no compassion for each other. It was like...
Even parents, just like parents of kids, they'll just like pop out like 10 kids and they'll be like, oh, we're going to go on again.
Yeah. Like Grayson's whole thing of like the Thunderhead raised him because his parents
That's heartbreaking.
It was so upsetting. And it's like, yeah, okay, like he technically was cared for, but there's a lot of research that suggests that, you know, skin to skin is actually like children need physical contact. Like
they need hugs.
They need that. Like it's
I would be so organized and like not chaotic if that was not a thing. Most of my day is just like
yes dear.
Yeah. But it gives you endorphins. Like a 20-second hug.
Exactly.
Like, gives you endorphins, makes you happy. That's why I give like real long hugs. I'm like, I don't count to 20, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna hug till I feel happy.
We just keep hugging. Just give me some natural hug, please.
If I ever meet any of y'all and you're not a hugger, just be like, not a hugger.
Just
and I'd be like, okay.
I love you, but stay over there, please.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Yes, I thought that was really, really interesting. Yeah, when he was like, oh, shit. What did I just do?
Yeah. I had that same reaction. Actually, I literally had a, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, oh, would it be that bad? And I was like, oh wait, no, this very bad.
But
Very,
then,
very bad.
Not supposed to know that.
It's not supposed to know. But then, as we have now seen, is it actually a bad thing if the Thunderhead has some whatever influence on the sides? Because would that have all happened if the Thunderhead was allowed to have impact on the system?
Or even like it was super pissed that had been hidden from it. She's like
That's
it was
true.
like the betrayal.
That's true.
How was I supposed to look after humanity to the best of my ability if I didn't know, like, have all of the information that I may have needed? Yes. Hugs are the best.
Hugs are the best.
Virtual hugs. Virtual 20-second hugs. Can we all do that again? I want that photo.
Like this.
Wait, hold up. All right, here we go. Arms up. I think I got it. I'm not sure.
And then somebody like stumbled upon the live stream just then, and we're
was like,
"Yes, yeah."
What am I walking to?
Ridiculous, but it's funny.
Send it to us.
It's in the Twitter.
Okay, I must go and look at the Twitter.
Oh yeah, Marlene, are you still in lockdown? I haven't checked the WhatsApp today.
Oh my god, look at our faces.
It's brilliant.
Yes, I am very curious. I
loved the little riddle.
What's the little riddle?
Like the little rhyme, like kids.
Oh, about Nod. Yeah.
Let's all forsake the land of Wake and break for the land of Nod, where we can try to touch the sky or dance beneath the sod. A toll for the living, a toll for the lost, a toll for the wise ones who tally the cost. So let's escape due south of Wake and make for the land of Nod.
See, I was kind of confused at the point where I read that because I was also reading Strange the Dreamer, and I felt like that belonged in Strange the Dreamer.
Yes, definitely.
You're like, wait, did my books just match?
Did I just pick up? Am I reading? Yes, I am.
Oh, the hugs.
What the heck is?
Marlene's still in lockdown.
Poor Marlene.
Marlene.
We're giving you all the hugs.
We was giving you all the hugs.
Daffodil will give you a hug too.
No. I loved that part and like how it was the atolls, but like I want to know what the first part is. Now that we know that the tolls are actually atolls.
Yes, that was kind of like the whole Hodor thing. Hold the door, Hodor.
Yeah, Hodor, hold the door.
I kind of want to go back and read them again. Just because I feel like there are so many things that I have missed.
I feel like that too. That's why I wanted to like highlight all of them. I need to go buy some more stickies.
And don't let Zola have them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lola.
Lola.
Lola, you stay away now, you hear?
No stickies for you. Yes, I know I have a cow, but there's space for a cat. No.
The other question that I thought would be fun to ask you guys in the chat is, if you were a scythe, what color would your robe be and what would your name be?
Oh my god, that reminds me of when Citra thought that Morrison was Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison, and he was Jim.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
When I heard that, I was just like, oh, this dude's a dick. And they're just like, it's Jim Morrison. And
it's Jim Morrison, not Toni Morrison. I like the idea that they name themselves after like their like Patreon historic or whatever they call it.
Mm,
But how do they decide? Because it
I can
seems
see
like
that.
they Green and Beyonce, yeah, Beyonce was awesome. But yeah, like it seems like they started out being, you know, like Xenocrates or like Socrates or whatever, and now they're Beyonce and Morrison. I'm just a bit like, what? Are they just picking any old like famous name?
It's who's influential.
Yeah,
Like
when they were
who's
like,
had an
yeah.
impact on the culture.
Marlene said Pink and Scythe Pratchett.
Oh, Scythe Pratchett. I like it. Yes.
I like that too.
Or Scythe Douglas for Douglas Adams. Or Scythe Adams, I should say, really. Ooh,
Purple Virginia Woolf. She wrote all her manuscripts in purple ink.
Nice.
That is cool.
Oh, Green Bone. Yep. Nice.
It's like her favorite series of all time. She's like Green. I'm like, Green Bone?
Green and Beyonce. I like that. I mean, the thing is that my favorite color is purple. So
is mine. I probably like want to go like a pastel though, like a pastel purple or like a lilac. But actually, I don't know how that would go. Can I go like plaid? Like flannel? Can I have a flannel?
Well,
like,
what's his Xenocrates was like actual gold, so I don't see why not.
Oh my god.
Wasn't there like I feel like there was a tie-dye one or like some crazy coloured one.
I think there was one that was kind of like a rainbow or something.
I don't know what my name would be though.
I like Scythe Pratchett. Scythe Hob.
I was thinking that, yeah.
You guys came up with these really fast. I thought of the question. I never thought of the answer. I was like, I want to hear what everyone else says. Paul Bunyan. I was actually thinking that. But I don't want to be Paul Bunyan.
Yes.
It's funny how there are little gems in them.
Yes.
For that, I was like, so in my family, I don't know if it's a New Zealand thing, but in my family, like we have a saying that's like, nah, ikwe, and ikwe just pretty much means like serves you right, or like, duh. That's what I thought when I saw that. I was just like, well,
what did you expect?
Exactly. I'm struggling with the name too.
Oh, Lola's going for Scythe Stoker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because people will be stoked to see you.
Mary Shelley.
Oh, yes. That could work.
I don't know. I can't think of...
I don't know either.
An author that has, like... I know authors that have my heart and soul. But... Scythe Taylor?
Scythe Tolkien.
Scythe Tolkien. Wasn't there a self? I feel like there would be
a Scythe Tolkien. I think there may have been, actually.
I'm sure there would have been.
Yeah. What would my name be? Very intrigued. And also very stumped. Just trying to think, who are my favorite authors?
I could do Scythe Paige, but in regards to Elliot Page.
Yeah. Nice. Gaga. Nice.
It happens on a daily basis. This is not new for us. It's very on brand.
I thought of this fantastic question, but I don't know. Don't ask me to answer it. I don't know.
I didn't even think of an answer.
Rowan would go Scythe Rothfuss.
Yeah. I think Ash would be the same.
I would go... I'm just trying to think. I'm like, who's on my bookshelf?
Who's gay and on my bookshelf?
Mine would probably be, like, if I was going off, like, one of my favorite authors who I have a lot of their books, it would either be Kelly St. Clair, but I just feel really weird. I would feel really weird having the same name as someone that I grew up with and is younger than me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And the other one is, oddly enough, Matthew Riley.
Scythe Riley.
Scythe Riley.
That works.
I don't mind Riley.
That works.
That's a cool name.
That works. I think I'm going to go Scythe Tolkien if I'm going authors. But then there's so many other ways you could go. Well, Anastasia was one name. You could go Scythe Prince. Have one name.
Yes.
Paige Scythe Baby Yoda. You got to have the baby.
I'm cute and adorable.
Scythe
Ashley Herring Blake. Ooh, if I wanted to fuck people up, I could be Scythe McGuinness. For people who think I'm Irish. Scythe Chambers.
Actually, in all honesty, I would probably be Scythe Maria Brink. She's the lead singer of In This Moment. Wait, no, not In This Moment. Yes, In This Moment.
Going off musicians, I would be Scythe Hale. Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm.
Okay. Who would I be if we're going musicians?
Or Lee.
Amy Lee. Scythe Adele or Scythe Amos. Victoria Amos. Or I'm just trying to find.
I wouldn't mind going as like Scythe Grohl either. Especially with my flannel hood thing.
Nice. Scythe Martin for Jeff Martin, the lead singer of the Tea Party.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I'm getting very
Does everyone have one? Because I shall henceforth refer to you as that. Kerry, what's yours? Yes.
Janie's going to go Scythe Menzel.
Mm-hmm. Elsa.
Nice.
Right? That's Elsa?
Nice.
Elsa's real name?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to go with Tolkien. Scythe Tolkien.
Scythe Menzel. Actually, I'd probably go Washington. Scythe Washington for Denzel.
Oh, nice. Nice. Kerry's picked Scythe du Maurier. Nice. Or Scythe Sayers.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice.
I like that for you, Kerry.
Very
good.
This
is cool. This was a way more fun question than I thought it would be. And like way easier. You guys are just like And what color would your robe be, Kerry? Yes. What were we even talking about? Oh, the book.
Teal. Ooh. Nice.
Oh. That is very, very fitting.
Very nice.
Scythe Widow from Black Widow. That's just a cool name. Over our screen, yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome. But yeah.
Lola asked when the next live show is. I think we decided it would be the first weekend of February. So normally our live shows are the first weekend, but because it was last weekend was the first weekend, the first and 2nd of January, we thought maybe not. So yeah, the 6th of January. it should be around the same time. But we don't know what channel. We haven't decided.
4 days before my birthday.
Is it?
Ooh.
Oh my
Mine's the 10th.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I get to irritate Mum tomorrow.
To do what?
Literally on the 10th of every single month for like the past 5 years, I will message her on the 10th being like, it's X till X birthday. And now her response is, fuck off. Every time. Because it just reminds her that I'm getting older. And then in that process, because I'm her baby, she is also getting older.
Getting older. Yeah. My mum like forgets my birthday, like the exact day. Like I have to call her, and my birthday is 6 days after hers.
Wow.
I'm like, come on, Mum.
I don't let my mum forget.
Well,
Maybe
see, my
that's
mum couldn't forget mine, but I was going to say my mum couldn't forget mine because I'm 2 days before hers, but apparently being very close doesn't help your mum.
Not when your birthday's in December. Too much is going
on.
on.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. So, meh. But, can we talk about the ending? I want to talk about the ending.
Sure.
Just really quickly.
Sure.
Oh yeah, and the thing that I was just like, mother F, because like, even though in the first one we know that when we first meet Goddard and he goes into the plane and he kills all those people and one of them's like an engineer, that was like a nothing. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, right. And then the Thunderhead mentions that, and I'm pretty sure I have in my phone. I was just like, does this have something to do with, does this have something to do with Goddard?
Mm-hmm.
And then like that's like what, and then when it all came together, and like how when they were in Texas, yeah, when he like was just like, get me all of the engineers and blah 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 blah. Because he gets them to do all of the things, all of the bad things, and then he gleans them. I was like,
yeah. What? I know. That blew me away as well. And that meant he'd been planning that for so long. It's people like Neal Shusterman that like really drive home how much of a pantser I am. Because I'm just like, how do these people? Oh my god!
I was just like, does he have like a detective wall? And he's got like all these little notes, and then like ribbons and string and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
Yes, right, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
yeah.
Why would you? I was like, why would you do that? Wouldn't you want that? And blah, 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 blah. But he's just like, he's next level evil. Like, next level. It's not enough to just, like, we all knew that something was coming if he didn't get voted. But like,
so much bigger than yeah.
Yeah. Because, sure, he just wanted to kill the, what are they called? Grand Slayers?
Grandmasters.
Yeah.
Or whatever they, yeah.
And then, I was just like, what the actual fuck the whole time? Like,
he just, like, wants to actually destroy the world.
Yeah. And then as soon as like the fish came at, like, they were talking about like the fish, how you could program them, I was like, nothing good is
going to end badly. Yeah.
Nothing good is ever going to come of it.
That just creeped me out in general. Like, let alone thinking that was going to end badly, which I did anyway, but yeah. That just creeped me out. Yes.
It was just like, I guess to us, that's like a taboo thing. Like, you don't fuck with nature. People can't leave Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just a maniac. How is it 9:40 and James is not home? He must be at the pub.
He's watching your live show and sending you messages.
Yeah. Oh, he's with his brother, so they're probably just chilling,
Yeah.
doing boy stuff. I don't know. I don't care.
Speaking of the
It's such a
time,
good-
I feel like I'm gonna need to get going in a minute because I'm starting to get a bit like, since it's now 20 to 11 for me.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's really late for both of you.
Mm.
And you have to
I
work
like
tomorrow.
naps. There's no remind me. Many sad.
Many said. Yeah, no, Goddard is ridiculously, like...
He plans his
So-
plans to his plans.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Contingencies upon contingencies.
He refuses to not. Take no for an answer.
Or die.
Or die. Permanently.
Yeah.
Or, you know, be a decent human fucking being.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And are they considered human if we're immortal? Like,
Yeah, I know.
I
mean,
suppose we are because we've just progressed past the point of dying, but for me that doesn't
Yeah.
feel human.
Human, yeah.
It removes everything from what is considered
Yeah.
Well,
human.
I feel like that's kind of the entire point.
Yeah.
This is not exactly like evolution. Because
No.
But it feels like it is,
Yeah.
but without being it.
Yeah.
Yes,
sure.
definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. He just... And, like, he was so stoked because as soon as he killed the Grandslayers, and what a fucking horrible way to die. What a
Right.
horrible way to die. I probably would have done a Xenocrates, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Just be like, no, please don't eat me. I'd rather drown than be ripped apart.
Yeah, same.
So,
But even, like, he was such a maniac that even to the end, like, he had to do that whole thing with the helicopter and, like, convince them that they were fine and then be like, nah, fuck you. Just such a megalomaniac. It was just, my God.
And further into what, like, Jane was saying, I was just like, oh, surely, like, I just did not want her to die. Like, I did not want Scythe Curry to die. So I was just like...
I was not prepared.
No, I wasn't. I was like, they're going to find a way out of it. I was like, there's no way. Because she would have, like, made everything better. And then we could have just had, like, how many pages of a happy ever after? I'm down for that.
Yeah, but we all know that wasn't going to happen.
But I did love that part when they just, like, gleaned all of the people up on the rooftop. That was, like, bittersweet. It's just
Mercy gleaning.
Yeah. And, like, they finally, all of the scythes, like, just something triggered and all of a sudden they, like, have compassion and they're gleaning with compassion. It just sucked that they did it, like, right at the very end.
Well, I think that, again, just speaks to the whole concept of the books about being about what is humanity, because it was like their actual death is the reason why they found their compassion.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like he would have had to have found another way, because if he had have just downright killed her, then everyone would have been very up in arms about that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's very fascinating, like, even to think, like, what if it had gone this way? Obviously, it was never going to go that way because Neal Shusterman didn't want it to go that way.
Write it
like,
that way.
like, you still think.
Yeah, that's true. He might have, like Paige said, he had contingencies on contingencies. Yeah, so he probably had a whole bunch of different ways in which they all would have ended up on Endura for that plan to have taken place.
Yeah.
Psycho. I'm curious to see what you guys think of the toll. I really hope you guys love it.
I hope I love it too. Everyone is like, I'm
nervous.
so disappointed. So I'm like, no, don't be disappointed. Read it again and love it. Because I love this series so much so far.
Same.
Why didn't I put it in my top 10? So dumb. But
Yeah, well, like you saw, I had to go back and do a community post. I was still not 100% at that point. I was like,
I have no excuse.
I was still, I think I was still taking the like super Nurofen, so I was actually quite out of it. I probably should not have been recording on that day.
You couldn't tell.
On reflection,
like, at all.
That's
could
good.
Not tell.
Yeah, I think so too. I actually found it was really interesting as well the way that his new body seemed to have somewhat of an impact on the way he was, the way he was behaving, because he seemed actually more kind of more patient before he died, and then when he had the new body he seemed to have more impulse. Yeah,
I fully agree.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say about this. Like when I first read when Tiger got hired by Rand, I was just like, oh my God, she's going to train him up and like turn him against Rowan, and like they're going to have a battle. What actually happened was so much worse. So much worse. Like that didn't even like
it is basically
into my
what
brain.
happened, but not at all in the way that you expect.
No. I was like,
ignorant bastard.
Yeah. I was just like, that's just messed
and
up.
You're ready. Like, you're fully going for him to sort of get this training, even if you're hoping it doesn't go against him, but you still don't want him to fail with it. And then next minute, hi, what? I feel like the Thunderhead had so many different twists.
Yeah.
There were a lot of twists.
It didn't go anywhere I thought it was going. That's why there were so many like WTF moments.
Same.
I just enjoyed it. Is anyone doing live sprints? When is Aussie Day?
I don't think we have a long weekend because it's a Wednesday.
No, because it's
Is it still a public holiday though?
Yeah, we'll have the Wednesday public holiday, but then
Then it's regular. So no, I'm intending on sleeping and actually having a break.
Fair enough.
I have not
mine
done
and
that.
Rowan's wedding anniversary, so
I might.
I think we might be going away.
That is super cute.
Thanks.
Where are you going? Do you know?
Well, we haven't figured that part out yet. That's why I said we might be going away, because by the time either one of us gets around to actually doing anything about it.
That and what's accessible to you as well.
Well, that's true as well. Yeah.
There is this place in Tassie. God, I can't remember what it's called, but I like booked it in for one of my clients when I was back in travel in Tassie. There's this place and it is so beautiful and I want to go there, but it's so expensive. So I was like, if I ever get married again, which I won't, I'm going there. So maybe I'll just go there by myself to get away from life.
Why not?
And come see you.
Sounds good.
Do it.
But yeah, answer to your question, if it's a Wednesday, I actually might, because I will be at home. Hang on. Wait, when is it? The 26th?
Yeah.
Me. The kids won't be at school, but they'll just be on their tech. So I actually might, because the baby will be at daycare. And then in the morning I'll get like housework done and then I'll read, because I have accidentally thrown 4 books that went in my TBR into my TBR this month.
Oops.
Yeah. Because I started them, finished the first one, and I was like, well, I can't stop here. So
I will be starting up sprints fortnightly sometime this century.
Same. I was thinking about doing Friday night sprints, like on a fortnightly basis.
I'm thinking of doing Thursday.
So between the 4 of us, really, Unlike the fortnight, you'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like 2 a week.
And Crystal from Bond Book Reviews does Wednesday fortnights. But I don't know what she's doing with the changes that's happening this year for her. So she's got a lot happening.
A lot happening.
A lot happening. So I don't know if she will start them up, but if she does, she also did mention Thursday, so it might be she can do 1 week and I'll do the other week.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vicious got some.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry. Yes, I know. Love you guys dearly. Scheduling is not my thing.
It's all good.
Yes.
It's all good.
Fish. We need all of the sprints in Australia because
it actually works for our times.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to take a day off if I want to do sprints to anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know what's going on in the background. Yes, let us know.
Post it in your Discord. Well, obviously you will, but I'll see that and I'll put it in my calendar. Put it in my diary, so it's like it alerts me.
Is that Ash talking in the background, Paige?
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to close the door?
No, it's fine. I just kept hearing someone talking in the background and I was curious to know who it was, basically.
He's like 6 feet over there. I know. What a concept.
Yes, what a concept.
Right?
Oh my god. Although I feel like a lot of booktubers have gotten better at doing them at like 11 a.m. our time. So even though we're working, it's still in a better spot than the fucking 3 to 5 a.m. sessions that it usually is.
Yeah, because that's like, I think 1 p.m. in America, or certain parts of America, obviously, is like 4 a.m. our time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't watch that.
Yeah.
I'm part of the Bookstar read-alongs that's happening this year. They've invited me to join. And I was like, I can do 11 a.m. on Friday, well, like 11 a.m. Saturday, Sunday, my time, which I know works for you guys. But if you do it at any other time, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, maybe on the weekends, but I'll also need, like, heaps of notice. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're, like, totally chill.
Yeah. Before I was working, it was fine. Like, I didn't care. I was just like, yeah,
same.
let's go. Let's do, like, a live at, like, midnight or 1 a.m. No worries. But now that I'm working, I'm in bed by, like...
No. Yeah.
Usually, well, lately it's been, like, 9:30. I'm in bed and asleep.
This is late for me at 11 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, we should probably wrap up.
Yes.
So that Paige can go to bed.
Yes.
I clubs.
I'm going to go have coffee.
And I can go to bed, but I don't have to work tomorrow, so.
I do.
Sorry, it's school holidays.
I know. Like, if I was still teaching, I wouldn't. Yeah. Even if I was teaching, I'd be on holidays continually. But I'm not prepared to give up the rest of my life. No.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I will set up the new, like, the week day by day thingy at some point in the next few days.
Can't wait for everyone to decide what's happening.
We have to decide if we're sending it to doing a giveaway or what we're doing, aren't we?
Whatever you'd like to do. Yes.
Because you're so very kind. Now that you've told us all about how, like, this is really nothing different.
No, there is differences. It's just not worth the amount of money that I pay for it. Differences.
Yeah.
But if someone loves it, then, like, that's the main thing. So,
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Everybody.
And we'll see you in
Next
Discord.
time.
And when's the next one? On the 6th.
Yes.
Bye,
Don't know where
Peanut.
yet.
And on someone's channel probably before then for sprints as well.
Yes. Yep. Awesome. All right.
Bye.
Bye all.